Content list. 1. The last lesson. 2. Lost spring. 3. Deep water. 4. Selma Lagerlof's The Rat Trap. 5. Indigo. 6. Ports and Parallel. 7. The Interview. 8. Going Places. Mind map of Chapter 1. The last lesson. Themes. Explores loss of language, war consequences, and regret about freedom. Patriotism. Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet, consectetur adipissing illit. Fus vitae placerat illit. Moris roncus lorem a semper temper. War and colonization. War leads to the loss of personal freedom and cultural identity. Regret and realization. Protagonists reflect on lost opportunities and missed education. Characters. Key characters exhibit varying perspectives on education and nationalism. Major characters. Franz, a young student, is careless about studies but learns a harsh lesson. Monsieur Hamel. His dedication to teaching reflects the deep connection to the French language. Madame Weigel. A character of lesser importance, embodies the situation's impact on education. Background. Historical context. A character of lesser importance, embodies the situation's impact on education. The lesson's impact. Students realize the value of their language through a final lesson. Mind map of chapter equals 2 Lost Spring. Title and author. Title, Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. Author, Anais Jung. Genre, social realism/non-fiction. Theme and central ideas. Child labor and poverty. Societal apathy and exploitation. Dreams versus reality. Hopelessness and hopeless cycle. Characters in the chapter. Major characters, protagonists. Saheb. Mukesh. Minor characters. Saheb's family and other ragpickers. Mukesh's family. The author, Anais Jung. Structure of the chapter. 2 real-life stories about poor children forced into labor. Saheb, a ragpicker from Simapuri. Mukesh, a bangle maker from Firozabad. Background of the lesson. Grim reality of child labor in India. Simapuri and Firozabad as places where children suffer. Mind map chapter equals 3. Deep Water by William Douglas. Theme and central ideas. Fear and overcoming it. Survival and courage. Psychological trauma. Self-determination and willpower. Characters. Major character, protagonist. William Douglas. Minor characters. The bully at the YMCA pool. The swimming instructor. Structure of the chapter. Childhood experience at the beach. Near drowning at the swimming pool. Overcoming fear through training. Background of the lesson. Autobiographical account. Impact of fear. Mind map of chapter equals 4. Selma Lagerlof's The Rat Trap. Title and author. Title, The Rat Trap. Author, Selma Lagerlof. Genre, allegorical short. Story. Theme and central ideas. Human compassion and kindness. Materialism and the world as a rat trap. Redemption and change. Guilt and conscience. Background of the lesson. The story is an allegory. A single act of kindness can break cycles of wrongdoing. Selma Lagerlof, Swedish writer, first woman to win Nobel Prize in Literature. Structure of the chapter. The rat trap seller's journey. The crofter's hospitality. Lost in the woods and meeting the old man. Age's kindness and the Christmas Eve transformation. Mind map of Chapter 5, Indigo. Title and author. Title, Indigo. Author, Rajmohan Gandhi. Genre, biographical account/historical narrative. Theme and central ideas. Gandhian principles and nonviolent resistance. Exploitation of Indian peasants. Power of leadership and satyagraha. Gandhi's efforts in Champaran transformed him into a true leader of the movement. Lesson: real freedom comes from economic and social empowerment. Characters in the chapter. Major character, protagonist. Mahatma Gandhi. Minor characters. Rajkumar Shukla. British landlords and officials. Lawyers and volunteers. Structure of the chapter. Gandhi's journey to Champaran and fight for indigo farmers' rights. Peasants were forced to grow indigo on 15% of their land. Gandhi meets farmers, investigates their problems, and decides to fight for justice. Background of the lesson. Story based on Mahatma Gandhi's first major political movement in India. Champaran, Bihar, 1917. British landlords forced Indian farmers to grow indigo. Gandhi's arrival changed everything. He empowered the peasants, fought legally, and secured their freedom from unfair contracts. Mind map of Chapter 6, Ports and Parallels. Title and author. Title, Ports and Parallels. Author, Aravind Adiga. Genre, autobiographical narrative/literary memoir. 2. Theme and central ideas. The world of films and studio culture. Satire on the film industry, especially the Tamil film industry in Chennai. Politics behind the movie-making process. Impact of politics and art influencers. Observational humor and irony. 3. Characters in the chapter. Major character, protagonist. Antagonist/the narrator, former employee at Gemini Studios, observes the absurdities and politics of the film industry. Minor characters. Office boy. Makeup department staff. Labby, a supporting character. English writer. Photographer. 4. Structure of the chapter. The story follows the author's experiences at Gemini Studios. The funniest makeup room. Daily life of people. Communication between English writer and the Tamil film industry. 5. Background of the lesson. Gemini Studios, 1940s and 50s. Communication was a prevailing ideology. Western influences, like foreign sponsors, visited India, but their messages were often misunderstood due to cultural differences. Mind map of Chapter 7. The interview. 1. Title and author. Title, The Interview. Author, Christopher Sylvester. Genre, non-fiction/literary journalism. 2. Theme and central ideas. The power of journalism. Interviews shape public perception and reveal truths about personalities. Different views on interviews. Some see interviews as an intrusion, while others find them valuable for self-expression. Includes an interview with Umberto Eco, a renowned writer and scholar. 3. Characters in the chapter. Major figures, real personalities. Umberto Eco, Italian writer and philosopher, interview. Subject, the flow of conversation and ideas, his writing style. Insights into his life and work. 4. Structure of the chapter. The chapter consists of 2 parts. General introduction to interviews. A conversation between the interviewer and Umberto Eco. 5. Background of the lesson. Interviews have been a major tool in journalism for over 120 years. Sylvester provides examples of famous interviews, e.g., with Evelyn Waugh, Gore Vidal, and V.S. Naipaul. Umberto Eco explains how he manages to write despite his busy schedule, offering insights into his writing process. Mind Map of Chapter 8. Going Places. Title and Author. Title, Going Places. Author, A.R. Buttra. Genre, coming-of-age/realistic fiction. Theme and central ideas. Adolescent fantasies versus harsh reality. Clash and struggle with reality. Socioeconomic limitations. Hero worship and influence of celebrities. Family, friendship, and acceptance. Characters in the chapter. Major character, protagonist. Sophie, a teenage girl who dreams of fame, wealth, and a glamorous life beyond her means. Minor characters. Janie, Sophie's realistic and practical friend. Danny Casey, a fictional, rising football star. Sophie's father, a strict, working-class man. Sophie's mother, Gita, a silent, reserved figure. Structure of the chapter. Sophie's dreams of success. Sophie's friend Janie's practical approach. Sophie's football fantasy, Danny Casey. Family reaction and disillusionment. Contrast between dreams and reality. Background of the lesson. The story encapsulates the mindset of teenagers who struggle between fantasy and reality. Sophie's unrealistic dreams reflect the hopes of many young people who long for a better life. Thanks for watching. Under the guidance of Sandhya Shrivastava, Lecturer of English. Presented by Kushwant, Dev, Gaurav,